Once upon a time, in a sparkling blue lake surrounded by lush green trees and tall mountains, there lived a little fish named Finny. Finny wasn't just any ordinary fish. He was clever, quick-thinking, and full of curiosity. While the other fish swam lazily through the water or nibbled on algae without a care in the world, Finny spent his days exploring every corner of the lake, learning its secrets. One sunny morning, as sunlight danced across the surface of the lake, Finny noticed something strange. A long shadow loomed over the water near the shallow end where many small fish liked to play. It belonged to a big, hungry heron that had come to visit the lake. The heron stood still as a statue, waiting patiently for an unsuspecting fish to swim too close so it could snap them up with its sharp beak. The smaller fish were terrified. They huddled together under a cluster of rocks, whispering nervously about what to do. "We can't leave our hiding spot," cried one tiny minnow. "If we go out, the heron will eat us." Finny listened carefully but didn't panic. He knew they couldn't stay hidden forever. They needed food, fresh air, and room to move. There had to be a way to outsmart the heron. "I have an idea," said Finny confidently. All the fish turned to look at him, their eyes wide with hope. "But I'll need your help." That evening, when the sun began to set and the sky turned shades of orange and pink, Finny gathered all the fish in the lake. He explained his plan. "Tomorrow morning, when the heron comes back, we'll work together to create a distraction. Everyone must follow my lead exactly." The next day, the heron returned to its favorite spot by the shallow waters. Just like before, it waited silently, scanning the lake for movement. But this time, things would be different. As soon as the heron spotted a group of fish swimming nearby, it prepared to strike. But instead of scattering in fear, the fish formed a perfect circle and started moving in unison, swirling around like a glittering whirlpool. Their synchronized movements created ripples on the surface of the water, reflecting sunlight in dazzling patterns. "What is this?" thought the heron, confused by the strange sight. Its sharp eyes struggled to focus on just one fish amidst the shimmering chaos. Frustrated, it tried to dive down, but the fish kept changing directions, always staying just out of reach. Meanwhile, Finny led another group of fish to the deeper part of the lake, where they found some old pieces of driftwood and seaweed. Using teamwork, they tied the materials together with strands of algae until they had built a floating decoy shaped like a giant fish. When the decoy was ready, Finny pushed it toward the heron. The heron saw the large fish floating near the surface and immediately lunged at it, thinking it was an easy meal. But when its beak hit the decoy, the whole thing broke apart into harmless bits of wood and seaweed. Furious and embarrassed, the heron flapped its wings and flew away, vowing never to return to the tricky lake again. From that day forward, the fish celebrated their victory and lived happily ever after. They learned that even the smallest creatures could achieve great things if they worked together and used their wits. And as for Finny, he became a hero among the fish, known far and wide as the clever fish who saved the lake. Moral of the story: teamwork and clever thinking can overcome even the biggest challenges. No matter how small you are, your ideas and actions can make a big difference.